What makes a good Parkinson's treatment plan? Well, in today's video, I'm going to break mine down step by step for you so you have all the information that you need to start making your own plan. Hi, it's David from Life with Parkinson's. If you're new here, welcome. We hope you'll consider subscribing. Everyone else, thank you for your continued support and for coming back. This is the third installment of my new playlist to answer your question, Dave, what has changed? I mean, you look so much better. What has changed about you? So, at the end of the video, I'll have a link to the previous video in the series. And then when you're done here, you can click over there. So watch out for that and stick around for that. But I'm going to give it everything I have and answer your question as best as I can on how and why I built my Parkinson's treatment plan the way I have. This treatment plan was built a lot around personal experience, trial and error, and self-experimentation. So I don't expect everyone to adopt it the way I did. It's best to tailor it to your own needs because with Parkinson's, we're all a little bit different and we all have a little bit different of a symptom set, so not everything works for everyone. It's not one size fits all in the Parkinson's world. This is the hardest part of the Parkinson's treatment plan, in my opinion, because it requires a big leap of faith. It's a giant step to create a goal, right? We need to create a goal. We need to imagine where are we going. I'm here now, and this is where I want to be. And this is so hard to do because Parkinson's brings a lot of self-disengagement along with it. I've seen people at the doctor's office. I've seen people at support group. I've talked to people on the comments. There is a lot of self-disengagement in the Parkinson's community, and I understand that. And I'm not saying everyone is the same. And don't get me wrong, I'm not picking on anybody. I know how bad it is. I know how life can get really bad. I know how Parkinson's can get really bad. I know that we're all going to eventually succumb to some sort of Parkinson's symptom. I know that. But in the meantime, wouldn't it be nice just to think about the future? Wouldn't it be nice just to accomplish some sort of goal and get there? And I do understand. Don't get me wrong. I know how bad the pain is. This is my third Christmas coming up without my late son. Don't you think I know how bad life gets? How much it hurts? I just want to know I care. I care about your pain and suffering. This is why I'm making this video. I just want you to understand I know the hurt and the pain and the sorrow of Parkinson's disease. I know the outlook of a bleak future. I'm never going to see my son again in this world. It grates at my heart. So I get it. I understand. I know. But we can still create a goal. We can still try and go somewhere. So let's do that. This episode is brought to you by our sponsor, Comfort Linen, the creators of a simple solution for a big problem. And I mean, bedtime mobility is a big problem. Like getting around in bed, like without Comfort Linen, it would be nearly impossible for me. And I gotta say, I'm guilty of this. Sometimes I take it for granted. I've just had it in my bed for so long. Sometimes I take it for granted that I can move when I'm nearly off again. And I've actually almost worn out my pajamas and sheet. I'm going to have to get a new one soon. So this is something I use every day, not just once a day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day if I need more than one nap. It's just a simple solution for a big problem. And I thought about them a lot during the creation of this episode just because it's so simple. A simple solution for a big problem by an excellent company with good people. Use the link in the description below to save on their product and support Life with Parkinson's indirectly. We really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I think a lot of the non-engagement issue arises from the one area. It's kind of hard to explain, but I think we become self-reliant on the medical community, right? We understand life to a certain degree, I think, on our own. I think we get life. We go to work, we earn money, we get our paycheck, we continue living. But when a big health crisis hits, we don't necessarily know what to do. And I think we go to the medical community with outstretched arms saying, lead me. We have no idea where to go. And believe me, I did the same thing. In the beginning with my Parkinson's disease, I was like, lead me. And I think they're just overwhelmed with the number of people coming to them for help. And maybe it's not their job to lead us. Maybe it's just their job to give us a diagnosis, to give us our prescription, to give us our medication and send us on our way. Maybe we're meant to figure out the rest on our own. Maybe that's our job. Maybe I've misunderstood it the whole time. Maybe everything points back to us. Maybe we've put unreasonable expectations on our medical system, and that's part of the reason it's so overcrowded and having so many problems. But really, when you think about it, our primary care physicians don't have all the time to make every little decision in our life. Like, I was expecting my neurologist to tell me where to live, if I should quit my job. Like, these are decisions I need to make with Haley, my wife, not with the doctor's office. So I really believe that this is the biggest issue out there holding people back. And if you disagree with me, please let me know. This is the part where we need to take some responsibility in our lives. And I know I'm really pushing buttons here, and there might be some pushback going, Dave, you're pushing back too hard. You've got it wrong. Dave, you're pushing too hard. And you don't understand. Well, I do, though. It's just I've seen it in people. They get to the doctor's office. They get to the support group. They come to the channel. And they've lost all hope and motivation. They've lost all hope and motivation to make any sort of decision, to make any sort of goal. It's time to reverse that. It's time to make a goal. Is it to get more exercise? Is it to get out into the community? Is it to get back out and hanging out with your friends? Hanging out with your family and doing stuff, playing board games, going for walks, sitting in the park, enjoying a cup of tea at the nice new bakery that opened up down the street. What is your goal? Well, mine is to try and figure out how to reverse all my darn symptoms because I'm tired of them. They drive me crazy. I'm going wild. I got to get out of this body. That's not possible to get into a new body, but it's just I get tired of my symptoms, so I'm trying to roll them back. What is your goal? Set a goal. Let me know what it is in the comments below. Where have all the cowboys gone? Okay. Now that you've set a goal, it's time to assemble our resources. But just for a second here, stick with me for a second. Remember when we bought our first house. Remember what it was like to put money away every month, save up for the down payment, and you finally got there. Wasn't that a wonderful thing? Remember doing home renovations, painting a room. Didn't you make a plan for that? Like, you couldn't do everything at once. You had to do it step by step. Remember going to the bank and setting up your retirement savings plan, making your first payment, and being asked, where do you see yourself in 2 years? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in 10 and 20 years? What do you see? Remember how much fun that was? I believe we need to do that at this part of the plan as well. We've got our goal, we're assembling our resources, but how are we going to get there? What is the mode of transportation that's going to get us from point A to point B? And when we're carrying out our goal and we're assembling our resources, I really think that we need to look at ourselves like an Olympic athlete or a marathon runner, because none of these things are going to happen overnight. We're going to have to train for a long time. We're going to have to make sure that we're getting the right nutrition and energy, just like a marathon runner. We need to work up to our goal. We need to start small and then work big over time. None of these things are going to happen overnight. We're going to have to be dedicated, be vigilant, and be committed to reaching our goal and reaching our destination. What I'm trying to say here is the goal orientation part of our lives may not just be over yet. I feel that the best way to get from point A to point B is to get people on your side. Get a cheer squad, friends, family, support group, spouses, partners, caregivers. I bet lots of them want to be by your side helping you reach your goal. Assemble the resources in your life. You might be surprised at what you have. If you've gotten to this part of the goal making process, then the hardest part is over. The hardest part was step 1. Step 3 is just carry out your goal. Start putting it into action. One of my goals is to get out and walk every day, and boy, oh boy, when I do it, it feels really good. And people in the community have been cheering me on. I've got someone that I walk with. Someone stopped me yesterday and said, Dave, boy, you're walking well. You've been working hard at this. I said, yeah. This is the best I've felt for 4 years. And they've noticed a difference. I just want to let you know that I'm on your side as well. Let me know your goal in the comments below, and I will be cheering you on as well. And just a reminder about Comfort Linen. Check them out. They're a great sponsor. They have a great product. They'll definitely help your mobility in bed. And for the cost of what you get, it's a great exchange. And I got to tell you, they're great people. They actually did come to see me before we started working together. A wonderful company. Use the link in the description below to save on their product, and you'll support Life with Parkinson's at the same time. And like I said earlier, this is the third video in the series. The link to the previous video should be up here somewhere now. When you're done here, I'll see you over there. So, thank you for taking this journey together. Thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, and sharing this video with your family and friends. Leave a question or comment below. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good day. Goodbye.